Hello! This week's video is going to be slightly different because September's here and I've decided to do something different and exciting, and you might want to be part of it. Let me tell you a story. One night, many years ago, I went to bed and I had a somewhat restless night. There were words going around inside me, and I remember having a deep, deep realization in my being. As soon as I woke up, I grabbed a pen and paper because I had these words that were sort of given to me that I needed to write down. I knew that these words were deeply important to me. Somehow these words had something very important to do with my calling in this life. I've always held these words very close to my heart. Last year, some of you may remember, I created a series of videos about today-focused living, giving you a window into my world and sharing 26 points from A to Z about things that I do in my daily life, things that are joyful, wise, freeing, and really delightful. And I created something called the Today List. I shared each of these points with you, and then I just sort of buried it and didn't do anything with it. But now it's time to resurrect the Today List and to resurrect our lifestyle, because let's face it, we're not making the most of every day, are we? But we want to. And this list is really going to help us. I think that the quickest way to change your life and transform your lifestyle is to become today focused, to practice today focused living. This is what I do, and this is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Appreciate nature. Conscious breathing. As with nature, it brings me back to this moment. You know, I think breathing is probably one of the most underrated activities. Number 3 in today focused living is cleansing. And I'm not talking about skincare products here. So if I'm passing somebody in the street and I notice a judgment within me, I will immediately start to say this prayer. If I sense fear in me, anything that I feel is kind of off, out of alignment, not in that place where I feel love and the flow of life, then this is what I say. Eating consciously. It doesn't matter about your history of eating. It doesn't matter about what you're going to do tomorrow or next week or next year or in the new year and all your good intentions. All that matters is today. Feeling free. You have the freedom to live life differently every day. Give thanks. When you realize the miracle of life, you can't help but give thanks. Number 9 is inspired learning. With inspired learning, you never know from one day to the next where your heart will lead you, or where that spark will come from that says, oh, let's find out about that. Or you know what? I've actually always been interested in learning to play this instrument. You know what's really wonderful is that it's never too late. It's never too late to give yourself the education you've always wanted. Journaling, a wonderful way to express your creativity, to get over that fear of doing it wrong or it not being good enough Fortunately, today, you don't need to compare yourself to anyone. Number 11 is knowing yourself as awareness. We're very familiar with the physical aspect of our being, right? Our body. And we're also very familiar with the psychological aspect of our being. Our mind, our thoughts, our emotions. But the thing is, if we don't get to know the deeper aspect of our being, then we're going to go through life thinking that we are our body and our mind. Number 12 is listen to wisdom. We're born with innate, intuitive wisdom that guides us in all situations if we're paying attention to it. Number 13 is move your body. My grandmother used to put on the radio in her little flat and she would dance every single day. 14 is nourish your body. So we've had move your body, we've had eat consciously. Now we want to make sure that what we're putting in our body is nourishing. You know, we want to take care of our body, but without all those guilty feelings. They really don't help. Number 14 is open. Open what, you might be thinking? Open your mind, open your heart, open your whole being to life. Being open means really waking up to the resistance that you have in your being. 15 is play. You can spark that playful attitude in you simply by allowing yourself to be like that little child again, keeping your heart open and allowing yourself to have a go at things and to play around with things. Quiet time. Really, quiet time is a way of creating space in your day. During that time, you just get to rest. Rest from being on the hamster wheel of life. Rest from trying to be and do so much. Number 18 is reading. I want to encourage you to actually pick up a book. It can be any kind of book. There's something about turning the pages of a book. Number 19 is simplify. Simplify what? You may be asking. Simplify everything. Absolutely everything. Don't believe the thought that says that you can't have a simple life. Number 21 is use what you have. So when you need something, before you jump onto Amazon and buy with one click, see if you might have something kicking around in your garage or somewhere in your home that perhaps you haven't been using that you could use instead. Pick up something you haven't used in a while, maybe a very long time or ever, and start using it. 23 is, wait for it, wake up with a smile. Smile simply because you can. Smile because today is the greatest gift that we've been given. Smile because it makes you feel good. Smile because you look beautiful when you smile. I've been around for several years now on this earth, and I can tell you with firm assurance that everyone is beautiful when they smile. I always tell my daughter the most beautiful thing you can wear is a smile. Because it's true, isn't it? 24 is X-ray vision. X-ray, you might be wondering? What on earth is this about? Well, it's not about bones. If you can look through what happened with this X-ray vision, if you can see through the unconsciousness, you can have a much clearer view. And also you can realize that by carrying around this unforgiveness, you're actually hurting yourself more than anyone else. Number 25 is yes. Yes to the years. Let's not lose sight of the years, because we're not here forever. And that's not something to be afraid of. It's something to wake us up. Saying yes to the years means loving all of life, from beginning to end, all the seasons, all the different stages, all the lessons, all the adventures, all of it. What a blessed way to go through life, without that fear and worry, without bemoaning the fact that we're not young anymore, without expecting things to stay the same. Saying yes to the years is really saying yes to life, all of life, however it appears. Number 26, the final point, is zoom out. Zoom out from the snow globe of your mind. This is a good picture of all the thoughts in our head. You know, the random thoughts that pop up, the repetitive, stressful thoughts that we have, the muddled, confusing thoughts that won't leave us alone. There's all kinds of techniques and methods out there to deal with these troublesome thoughts. But personally, I found that the most effective way is to change your relationship with your thoughts. If we stop taking our thoughts so seriously and believing them, they actually start to ease up and let go of us, and they stop bothering us so much. So I'm inviting you to join me for the whole month of September in a private Facebook group where we'll use this today list as an intuitive framework to find the spark in our days, to embrace new opportunities, to stop listening to the conditioned voice of can't do this and can't do that, and to discover beautiful and playful ways of navigating our days. Now, this today list isn't a to-do list, so there's going to be no pressure. It's going to be very organic. You're going to be tuning in to what's right for you, what speaks to you, what to focus on each day, to bring yourself into a deeper alignment with life, into a deeper connection with your true self, and into a new relationship with this day, this most precious gift of all. Gosh, there's poo everywhere here this morning. Ooh. So I don't go into the house all smelly.